what's your first impressions of Malaysia?
Honestly, I expected people to speak better English.
Honestly, I love it. We were in Thai, but to be honest, I like Malaysia more than Thailand.
Well, it's really a mixed feeling because
Very beautiful, very different from what I'm used to because it kind of reminds me of like say like London, but way cleaner, warmer and nicer.
Do you feel discrimination from people here?
Yeah,
You do.
yeah,
You do. Even like in your school with your classmates?
yeah. Even with my classmates,
Really?
even with my teachers.
Good day, folks. Today we're back with round 2, getting foreigners' first impressions of Malaysia. Make sure you watch till the end because I'm going to give you my impressions from when I first arrived here in Malaysia around 8 months ago. Let's do it. Hi, could you both introduce yourselves?
I'm Mayumi. I'm from Japan.
I'm Raquel. I was born in Brazil, but I grew up in Japan. And now I'm living in Japan.
My name's Taha, but my friends call me Twig here, Malaysia. I'm from Africa, exactly from the north, from Tunisia.
Hi, I'm Ava. I'm from the Netherlands.
Hi, I'm Senna. I'm also from the Netherlands.
my name is Walid Gamal Lotfi. I'm a design architect working from Egypt. I'm a partner and design director in a firm called Mamar Egypt.
Hi, I'm Katie and I'm from Birmingham. I've been travelling about 4 months now around Asia. Well, gonna do 4 months in total, but 2 months so far. Hi, I'm Mia. I'm also from Birmingham and I'm just here for 2 weeks visiting her.
I'm Diego. I'm a 25-year-old man from Barcelona, Spain, and I'm here only for 4 days to visit Kuala Lumpur.
I'm Lucia. I'm from Argentina, but I live in Spain, and I'm studying here in Malaysia as an exchange program.
My name is Igor. I'm 34-year-old and I'm Ukrainian, but actually for 10 years or so I'm living and working in Austria. And this time I decided to take a remote job offer and travel Asia.
You're both living in Japan, but you both speak great English. Just tell us why.
I grew up in the States, in Japan. I also study abroad in America as well, so...
And you?
Actually, I'm still studying, but I don't know. I just like English. I like language. So I'm studying Spanish and I can speak Portuguese too. So I was like, oh, it would be cool if I also can speak English. So yeah, I'm studying.
Okay, very cool. So I'm asking foreigners today, what is your first impressions of Malaysia?
For me, I've always wanted to come to Malaysia since a lot of Japanese people are now like moving here recently. And I had an image of rooftop bars, you know, and then we don't have that in Japan that much. No. So like even in Tokyo, we don't.
It makes me think of Bangkok also, like very much.
We actually went to Thailand before this. It was really nice.
That's good.
But yeah, so I wanted to come to the rooftop bars and like, you know, go shopping and everything. So yeah, my impression was just right. I really love it here.
That's good.
Yeah.
And you?
Mine, it's actually pretty similar. Like I thought it would be more like countryside. I didn't thought it would be like this city. I was a bit more like, you know, calm and chill. But honestly, I love it. We were in Thai, but to be honest, I like Malaysia more than Thailand.
That's good.
Yeah. I love it. The rooftop, everything is so good.
Like 2 years I'm here in this country. I make a lot of adventures here, you know, I learn many things about life here, but at the same time, you know, it's okay. At the same time, I don't want to see it, but I'm good. We're still surviving, bro.
Surviving.
Yeah, just surviving.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you? That's right. Okay.
More humid,
More humid.
really hot. But I think it's quite nice. I like the plants on the buildings. I think that's very new. It's also a lot more crowded than Singapore, I think. Like people are more living together in the open.
Sure.
Yeah, it is like the buildings are amazing. It was in Singapore and also here. The Twin Towers, it's beautiful, impressive. We don't have that in the Netherlands. So it's,
No, nothing like this?
no, yeah, we have, but not so impressive as this. And yeah, we're just walking around the park. It's very nice, beautiful, and we just ran a little piece about the track just to have the experience. Yeah, it's a beautiful city. Yeah.
Well, it's really a mixed feeling because it has a lot of the ambience of the Eastern countries in the Middle East, like our cities in Egypt. Yes, I can find similarities between some of the ambience, but the people are really kind, starting from the airport until the hotel I am living in. And they're really kind, but at the same time, I'm a little bit shocked due to the diversity that is happening in the city attributes between a central business district like the place we're standing in and the complete opposition in another parts of the city that looks really poor and old. Having said that, that I am an architect, so I'm really interested in city landscapes and city skylines. So the mix and the blend of the Asian slash modernistic and colonial architecture, this mix and blend makes me feels all the time that I'm in Malaysia, and then I moved to a certain part in Europe, and then to a certain part in Middle East, and this really makes good memories. And but the common thing that is really acquiring my attention and my feeling towards Malaysia and Singapore, the landscape, the landscape, the vegetation and the greeneries. The species of the greens are really, for me, it's unprecedented. I used to watch those in movies, but I haven't came too close to those species and those nice lush greeneries all over everything, over the buildings and over the skyline. So I really get astonished by this because, as you know, we're from Egypt and it's totally the different. We have in the cities some sort of greeneries, but most of its area is desertscapes, which has another sort of beauty, but the complete opposite than the Asian.
Very beautiful, very different from what I'm used to, because being in Vietnam with all the different like countrysides, the culture's very different. Here it's a lot more sort of built up and industrialized, but still very gorgeous. Just a bit of a culture shock coming from like Vietnam and Cambodia, definitely, yeah.
Okay, and you?
It kind of reminds me of like London, but way cleaner, warmer and nicer.
Really?
Yeah.
Cleaner than London?
Oh, 100%, yeah. By a mile.
It's a really good country, but it's really warm and high humidity. But people are really kind with you. Prices are really well, almost the food, but for drinking is expensive there because it's an Arabic country and they don't really like alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's very, very different from Spain and Argentina as well. So it was a bit shocking at the beginning, but was exactly what I expected. And so, yeah, I really like it.
Well, I should say that after India, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia looks like a cosmic oasis of purity and comfort. But maybe it may sound offensive to someone, but I have to admit the truth.
Yeah.
I really like staying here.
Yeah. So big contrast between India and here.
There is really a huge contrast in terms of urban planning, in terms of streets condition and general impression, visual.
So good. Just drinking my Magic Mind mental focus shot. So this company, Magic Mind, reached out to me recently to try their product. It's literally changed my life. I took one shot per day for 7 days. And so on day one, I took my first shot, and about an hour later, I felt such a heightened mood and such an insane level of focus that I'm just not used to. This focus actually lasted all day, and I ended up having no crash afterwards. And typically I will crash just from coffee. So this is really a godsend for me. And even my sleep has improved drastically since starting this. By day 5, I had insane levels of productivity, and that lasted until now, and it just keeps going more and more and more. And I'm only doing one shot every day. You have to try this. You have nothing to lose. They offer 100% money back guarantee. I have a special offer for my audience as well. If you go to magicmind.com/Benjamin and use my promo code BenjaminF20, you'll get 48% off your subscription within the next 10 days. And if you do a one-time purchase, you'll get 20% off. I know you're going to love it as much as I do. Give it a try. Nothing to lose. 100% money back guarantee if you're not satisfied. Are you going to visit anywhere outside of the city in Malaysia?
We wanted to, but we only have like 2.5 days this time. So like I would definitely come back and go to the countryside next time.
In Malaysia, I've been to Perhentian Islands. I've been to Taman Negara. It's a national park. I've been, I don't remember now. But I also went to Indonesia, to Bali. And tomorrow I'm going to Langkawi here in Malaysia as well. So yeah, it's very nice.
Yes, so we're doing Borneo after this, then Philippines and Indonesia, ending in Australia. So yeah, very excited for that.
What about you compared to Thailand? What do you think you prefer?
Okay, so like Thailand, we also went to Bangkok, the city side as well. I've wanted to go to the, like the Phuket or like the island side. So yeah, beach. I love beach. I like countryside a lot. So, but I also live in Tokyo right now. I like the balance. Yeah,
it's a good balance.
For me, I would say, I don't know.
I put her on the spot.
Yeah. Both has each good things.
That's good. Well, pleasing everybody here. That's good. Okay, thank you.
I can't choose one.
Okay. And does it feel like somewhere you would ever live, Malaysia? Or do you think you feel more comfortable in Tokyo, in Japan?
I would say Malaysia. I could definitely live here. Yeah, I mean the English is everybody knows English. In Thailand, nobody no. So but that was the good part. Like we get to struggle a little bit. That was the fun part.
That's good.
Yeah.
Like I would do in Japan, right?
Yeah. I think you would.
Yeah, same. Uh-huh.
Okay.
In my opinion, Kuala Lumpur is only for a few days. Maybe with 4 and 5, you have enough. But it's only my impression. Maybe you can enjoy a month or 2 or living here.
Do you think you got a bit bored?
For me, yes. There are things to do, but are really similar, I think.
Sure.
But it's very impressive city with huge buildings.
Yeah.
And you can enjoy the views from rooftops, and also you need to visit the temple Batu Caves.
Yeah.
Really nice to visit.
That's nice.
But I think there are 3 or 4 main places to visit, and then it's almost similar places in the city.
Thank you both so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling in the country? Do you feel welcome here?
Maybe.
Maybe. But do you feel discrimination from people here?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. Even like in your school with your classmates?
Yeah. Even with my classmates.
Really?
Even with my teachers.
With your teachers?
Yeah.
Do you have any examples of how it comes up in your life here?
I don't want to speak at this topic, because
Okay, it's okay.
it's a sensitive topic for me. Yeah.
Have you made Malaysian friends though here as well?
No.
No.
I have friends from all over the countries, from Europe, from America, from South America, from Asia, but
Not Malaysia.
no. Yeah.
Really?
I know Malaysians. I know some Malaysians, but I'm not that close.
Yeah, luckily, that we have an exchange group of people that are here in exchange. It's like 150 people, a lot. So we made quite a group. We went on trips together. So it's really nice. Yeah.
What brought you to Malaysia?
We're doing a 3-month backpacking trip. We started in Singapore and now we just arrived in Kuala Lumpur.
I was on a business trip attending a conference in Singapore, and I was advised by my brother that I have to come across.
I've been travelling around like Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, and then Malaysia was like our next place. Did Singapore, Malaysia, and I just think I've never been anywhere like here before. It's my first time in Asia, so I think I just wanted to get a scope of everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
You?
I'm kind of just happy to see anywhere that I haven't been before, and it was quite an easy place to get to. Nice direct flight, so it worked out well.
Very good.
I just say to myself, I wanna try new adventures in another continent.
Sure, yeah.
Yes, and at the same time, I have the opportunity to go to Europe, to Germany exactly. But I prefer to come here to Malaysia to try another culture, because in North Africa, especially in Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, we have the same lifestyle as Europe, especially the South Europe countries like France, Italy, Spain. We have the same foods, we have the same maybe culture, we have the same lifestyle. So I decided to come here to Asia to learn
Something new.
yeah, to learn something new, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last question. How do you feel about the food here? Do you enjoy the food here? Because the most controversial one is with Moroccans, Tunisians. They oftentimes, they like the food back home, but here they have a problem.
It's like
Wow. Well, I kind of knew deep down, like, there's no way. This guy's Tunisian, he doesn't like the food.
bro, you know the Mediterranean food. We have the best food in the world, bro.
It's been only 2 days, so I had a couple of meals out of the hotel. One of which was a really Arabian, Middle Eastern meal, so I felt like being at home. And the point here is that I'm always looking for halal food.
Yeah.
So I thought it's not going to be that easy.
No, actually, it's hard to find non-halal food.
So the yesterday meal was fantastic, and today I tried a Brazilian restaurant, which is really, oh man, the mix
Good.
of the barbecue with the grilled pineapple is unmatched, unbelievable.
Very good.
We haven't tried any like local delicacies yet, but like
We're going to
excited
this evening. I think we're going to go to one of like the food markets. But yeah,
Yeah.
we've only had one meal here really.
Yeah.
Do you do well with spicy food?
Yes, I'd say.
Okay, I'm okay.
I do.
Okay.
I think better now that I've been out here for 2 months. It's a bit better than I used to be, definitely. But yeah,
good.
I do like a bit of spice. Yeah.
That's good. You had your training. I think Thailand is like a way higher notch than spicy here. So if you did okay in Thailand, you're going to do really well here, honestly.
Yeah. Well, they said they warned me in Cambodia. They were like, "Oh, it might be really spicy," and then I tried the food and it was okay. But I think it's because like their version maybe not as spicy as like Thailand or what I've been used to. But it was delicious. So I am like, yeah, I'm excited to try
Honestly,
some here.
They give us like white person spicy. They see a white person and they're like, let's tone it down a little bit. That's my
They
experience.
can't handle it. They can't handle it, which is fair enough. Yeah,
Definitely not.
definitely.
Yeah, really good the food, but really spicy.
That's funny.
You can say only low spicy, but for me it's really high.
Nice.
Yeah, I quite like it. Yeah, it's everything's so spicy for me. That's the only sometimes the downside. Like I even ask for a salad and sometimes it's spicy.
Yeah.
So it's but yeah, I like it more or less. Yeah.
Food, it's less spicy, but overall delectable. I was really fond of Asian food, and right now I got the chance of taste authentic.
So you said before you went to Malacca. What did you think of Malacca?
At first we were kind of confused because the bus was going through the suburbs. I don't know if it's suburbs, but the outside of the city, and we were like, I don't know what it is. And then when we found the city center, we were kind of surprised with all the street art and the boats. And we did the day on Jonker Street.
Jonker Street.
Jonker
yeah.
Street.
It was like a night market, street night market with a lot of people. Very cool to see, and yeah, we tasted the local food,
Good.
like the sticks with the fruit dipped in sugar, so the hard sugar coating.
It's good.
It was very good, yeah.
Okay.
And they have like bicycles with lights and music. It's very funny. Everyone has his own team, so it's Hello Kitty, Pikachu, and they're just driving around. So we were also just looking and
That's funny.
observing other people, yeah. And it's funny because they have like Dutch influence, and they have a Dutch church and stadhuis that's really from the Dutch. So that was nice to see there.
Did you really feel the Dutch influence like strongly compared to home, or not so much? It's much more old school, right?
Yeah, way more old school. Yeah, it's nothing to compare with our country, but yeah, you mostly see it in the names of the streets and the buildings. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's also very cool to see all the different cultures living together. So you really have the Chinese, the Indian, and the Malays, and they all live together, and everyone is kind, and everybody is, yeah, it's just a nice, very nice city. Yeah, yeah.
And what about the people here? What's your experience with the people like so far?
People have been friendly. We've only been here about 2 days now.
But really nice. When we needed help with like the Wi-Fi and we went into that restaurant, like they were all really lovely in there. Really helpful.
I think back in England, if you go anywhere in a restaurant, they'll expect you to
Do
sort of
something for them, Bal.
pay for something or sort of have an exchange or something. But they were so lovely straight away. It was like 12 o'clock and they gave us the Wi-Fi. They allowed us to like sit down. They were very friendly. So that's our first like sort of interaction.
Honestly, I expected people to speak better English.
Okay.
And when I came, I realized some people don't speak English at all, or some don't understand you quite well, just like very basic. And they speak with a very like strong accent, and sometimes it's a bit difficult to understand, or yeah. So I expected they spoke a better English, but it's okay. You can really communicate. I didn't have any issue.
People during whole my travel were quite hospitable and nice. I've met no problems with locals. Well, I also tried to be polite and modest.
People all speak English,
Yeah.
but sometimes there are people that don't really understand good English, and me neither. But he speak very few words, and it's difficult sometimes to talk with the people. But you can understand everywhere with anyone.
Do you think the English is better here or back in Spain?
Here for sure.
Here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Here, all people that I talk speak English. In Spain, I know so many people that don't really know English
Okay.
because in the past, our parents' aged people
Yeah.
studied French in the school.
So like your parents and grandparents, they studied French.
Yeah, don't really know English.
Okay.
Only for 20 or 25 years ago, they started, maybe 30, I don't know, but they know a little bit English.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
the other ages is more difficult to understand with people.
How long have you been here so far?
So far, I've been 2 months here.
2 months.
I will stay in total for 5-6 months, more or less.
Okay. Well, so coming in here, have you done research beforehand? You already knew what to expect a little bit?
Yeah, I did some, but I must say not that much. So I wanted to have also like a surprise, So I did some research, but not too much.
Okay. Have you been anywhere else in Asia?
No, it was my very first time in
Really?
Asia. Yeah, very first time in Asia. So it was completely an experience.
So what are the differences compared to back home, would you say? What are some of the major things that stand out for you?
So many things, like people, like the culture is very different. The country itself, like I don't know how to say, the streets, everything is very different in that sense. The cities, everything, food.
Last question. How does it compare to your home country, or rather to where you stay now in Austria? Is it more developed? Is it quite similar?
Well, surely I have to say in Austria, like a developed European Union country, maybe it is ahead, but not so far ahead as someone might think. I still hope that Malaysia, as one of the new Asian tigers, will grow and develop and reach new levels in the nearest future.
Cool. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Now, I want to share my own first impressions of Malaysia as well. I arrived from Thailand. I didn't know anything about the country, and so everything was fresh. I was pleasantly surprised by how developed the country was. That was not what I kind of thought in my head about Malaysia, even though I didn't know too much. And so, yeah, arriving in KL, it was like surprising a little bit. And I originally stayed a couple days and was planning to leave, was planning to go back to Thailand. And I ended up just really liking the city. I thought the food was really good. And I think the biggest thing for me was that everyone spoke English. It was like the first time I had been to a country in Asia where it was very easy to communicate and get around. And so that was huge for me. And I immediately started building a subscriber base that speaks English and engages with my videos. So yeah, very quickly it felt comfortable and felt like, oh, this is a place that I could see myself living. And so I decided to stay longer, extended my trip more and more and more. traveled around the country, and yeah, it just grew on me more and more. I felt like, okay, this is a place that I can work hard, be healthy, and continue doing this YouTube thing. And so yeah, I felt very comfortable, and since then, I've not really looked back. I thought about trying other places, but I've decided that Malaysia is the right place for me, and I am my most healthy and productive self here.
Thanks for watching, folks. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop a like. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one.
Don't forget to watch part 1, where I also asked foreigners for their first impressions of Malaysia. You can watch it right here.